flowers isn't. So we have quite a few florists on our team that make between $60,000 and $100,000 a year arranging flowers every day for their job. So not terrible personal income when you're good at this. So what we always say is if you find it to be something of a hobby today, but you're really, really passionate about it, it could be a really great career. You could either choose to work in the floral industry, or you could do like Emily and I and decide to be an entrepreneur and open your own business. I've owned my own business for now 23 years. Some days are awesome, some days are terrible, but that's what comes with owning your own business. With 100 employees, we say we feed 300 people because of the kids and family and stuff. And it's a lot of pressure sometimes to feel responsible for them. But we hope that you guys will kind of explore flowers as an opportunity in your life, and maybe you'll decide you love it. So that's kind of flowers. Emily and I are both up. If you do, any of you Instagram? So come on, everybody was so quiet in the first class. You guys do Insta?
Yes.
So if you'd like to follow us, look us up. We have about 70,000 followers between the two of us that look at beautiful parties every single week, and we'd love for you guys to see what goes on in the world and blow your mind open as to what a flower arrangement is. So a flower arrangement no longer is the perfect asymmetrical taught lessons every day. We like to say you have to learn the rules to break the rules. I learned when I first started doing flowers that you had to follow the line, and this has to be here, and the spatial product has to be here. I learned all the rules, and then I was like into the trash with the rules and came up with my own aesthetic, because I consider myself an artist and love doing flowers. So in the first class today, we made an arrangement that follows the style of a very famous florist called Kenneth Turner. Kenneth was very, very big about 20 years ago, and he taught all the designers, Shane and Patricia and my brain just slipped, but he taught the teams. His next generation florists were the ones who just did the royal wedding for Harry and Meghan, and did a spectacular job. So his style is called Derby, and you'll find that when you get into the world of flowers that there are all kinds of different arrangement and styles of arranging flowers. There's Biedermeier, stacked flower arrangements, Derby, which is more wild and gathered, very traditional, Ikebana, which is Japanese styled, because it tells the difference between the plane of the earth and the sky and God. Like there's some flower arrangements that have very, very, very specific storytelling, and they're meant to do that for a reason. But today I did Derby, which is Kenneth Turner's aesthetic. So Charles Derby was a landscape architect in the 1800s and became very, very well known for planting flowers in drifts. Like his whole concept was when you went to a garden, it almost looked like it just happened to land there from somewhere else. So there were drifts of flowers that happened all the same way. So in a big style of flower arrangement, which is different, and I call this party work. This is great for parties. You'll see like certain types of flowers, like stalk all growing from the same space. A drift of Oncidium orchid. You'll see the French tulips coming out together as if they were just growing out of the ground, as opposed to it being one flower, one flower, one flower, one flower. I like to say things get lonely when you arrange like that. I like to keep them together like little families, so they kind of tell a better story. I always say every great floral designer can see the arrangement here. I call this your third eye, your design eye. Can see it here before you actually put one flower into the vase. Like I knew this is what this was going to look like before I started arranging it. So that's, something as you start to learn flowers and learn your craft and your design skills, that you can kind of focus on seeing what the work looks like actually before you even start putting it into the vase or the container. Because that's a true artist when you make it from your mind. So, but this is that kind of a style. In the earlier class, we kind of taught like how to express. This is, you guys ever heard the terminology express? Express is where you take a single flower. So this is expressed because it came in and looked like this. So it was all closed up. So that's what it looked like when we started. And expressing is where you take the outer petals and create the shape for the flower to give it life and kind of openness, as we like to say, as God intended. And then you can put it into the vase so that you get much more, because look, they look so much different. They're more like fireworks. So that's an expressed French tulip. Then we used a rose, of course, a spray rose, hydrangeas. This rose is the same as this. This is an expressed rose where we actually peeled the petals open. And then this is oncidium and mimosa. Do most of you guys recognize the flowers that are in this, or have you seen some of these before? Yes? What are your favorites to work? What are your favorite flowers? What's your favorite flower? Roses. Anybody else? You have any favorites? Like I like peonies. Peonies are my favorite. Dahlias. I love dahlias too. Ooh, they're a sensitive flower. They're a hard party flower. So, but today for you guys is we're actually working on the TFA dinner for tomorrow night. And we would like you guys to help us make the centerpieces for tomorrow night's dinner. So we thought that would be kind of a fun exercise today. So I thought we would kind of start there. Everybody okay with that? Come on, everybody, yeah!
We need your help.
Yeah, we need your help to do this.
And these are the basics. So truly, these will be appreciated all night long. It's a seated dinner, and they're going to stare at your work. So
that Emily is.
We're on a deadline.
That Emily is doing the work on. So I'm doing the flowers for tomorrow night's dinner for 500 people, and you guys are making a third of the tabletop that we'll be using tomorrow night in the dinner party. So we're going to make a style for tomorrow called pave. Has everybody heard that term before? Have you ever heard this? A pave is a floral arrangement where each type of flower everybody knows what a pave diamond ring looks like? It's where a little diamond touches a little diamond, which touches a little diamond, which touches a little diamond. It's called pave. There's no room in between all of the individual diamonds in a ring. So a flower arrangement follows the same terminology called a pave. And a pave is where it is bloom to bloom with very little gap or spacing in between the flowers, and typically used in this style for centerpieces on dining room tables. So a couple of rules of thumb so that we try and teach everybody. So table centerpieces, if everybody could lean forward on the table and put your elbow on the table. Don't go any taller than your wrist. Now bend your wrist in half. Bing, there's your table centerpiece height. Do you know why that is? Because when a guest sits in a dining room chair at 19 inches, they put their behind in a chair at 19 inches. The table is 30 inches tall. This pretty much predominantly is about 12 to 13 inches of height. And a woman at 5'2" cannot see over a table at 13 inches in a pave of flowers at a 30-inch height when her butt is in the chair at 19 inches. So she's like this.
Yelled at
and so
than having an
and as a party in florist, if you're sitting at a table and this is, oh hi, how are you? Nice to see you. It's been great. That kind of ticks people off, and then they break the cardinal rule. And you know what the worst thing that happens at a party is when this is in the middle of the table, and I worked really hard making it, and they say to the waiter, "Could you take this away, please?" And the waiter takes it away, and then their table is empty, and I'm dying, like embarrassed, dying. We did a party in New York at